What if I told you that in the world of law, the fate of a case can hinge on just one thing, its first impression? That's right. A single glance at the evidence could determine whether a case moves forward or gets dismissed outright. But before we dive into today's fascinating topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on our deep dives into legal concept. Welcome to the fascinating concept of prima facie. It's not just a legal term. It's a lens through which we assess fairness, justice, and decision-making in everyday life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone curious about how the world works, understanding prima facie could change the way you think about law, and maybe even your own choices. What does prima facie mean? Let's start with the basics. The term prima facie comes from Latin, meaning at first sight or on the face of it. In legal terms, it refers to evidence or an argument that's strong enough to establish a case unless contradicted. It's the legal system's version of a good first impression. Imagine this: you walk into a courtroom and present a case that, at face value, seems valid. If you've met the minimum threshold of proof, your case is considered prima facie. But here's the twist: this isn't the final verdict. It's just the starting point. Think of it like a movie trailer. If the trailer looks good, people will watch the movie. But if the actual film is a disaster, well, good luck convincing them it's worth it. Real-life examples of prima facie. Let's bring this concept to life with a real-world example. Imagine an employee files a lawsuit claiming workplace discrimination. To establish a prima facie case, they must show three things. 1. They belong to a protected group. 2. They were qualified for a position or promotion. 3. They were treated unfairly compared to someone outside the group. If these elements are present, the court assumes there's enough merit to investigate further. But it doesn't mean the case is won, it simply moves to the next stage, where the employer can present their side. But what happens when the evidence isn't as straightforward as it seems? Hold that thought, we'll get to that shortly. The role of prima facie in everyday life. Here's where it gets interesting. Prima facie isn't just a legal concept. It's something we all use, often without realizing it. Think about it. When you meet someone for the first time, you form a prima facie impression of them. If they're polite and friendly, you assume they're a nice person, until proven otherwise. Or let's say you're shopping online. A product with glowing reviews and a sleek design looks promising. That's a prima facie good purchase, until it arrives and turns out to be not so great. Ever bought a pair of shoes online that looked amazing in the photos, but felt like you were walking on bricks? That's prima facie disappointment. Challenges of prima facie. While prima facie is useful, it's not foolproof. In law and in life, appearances can be deceiving. In a courtroom, evidence that seems compelling at first might crumble under scrutiny. Similarly, in life, a snap judgment can lead to mistakes or missed opportunities. That's why prima facie is just the starting point. It's a signal to dig deeper, to test the evidence, and to seek the truth. But what happens when prima facie cases are misused? When the threshold is too low, or too high? Let's explore that next. Misconceptions and misuse of prima facie. One common misconception is that a prima facie case guarantees success. It doesn't. It only opens the door to further investigation. And sometimes, the concept is misused. For example, setting the bar too high for prima facie cases can prevent legitimate claims from being heard. On the other hand, setting the bar too low can flood the system with weak cases. This delicate balance is what makes prima facie both powerful and challenging. It reminds us that the pursuit of justice is as much about process as it is about outcomes. Prima facie and conflict resolution. Understanding prima facie is also crucial in resolving disputes outside the courtroom. It's the foundation upon which stronger arguments are built, whether in litigation, arbitration, or mediation. This brings us to an even broader legal principle. Stare decisis, the doctrine that ensures consistency in legal rulings. It's the backbone of precedent, guiding courts to follow decisions made in similar cases. In my next video, we'll delve into the powerful concept of stare decisis. We'll explore how it shapes the legal systems around the world, why it's essential for stability, and the rare moments when it's challenged. If you've ever wondered how past decisions can impact the future, you won't want to miss it. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more thought-provoking content. Your engagement fuels these discussions.